Ancient Mayan city discovered Los Abuelos hidden treasures. A team of archaeologists has unearthed a hidden Mayan city in the dense jungles of Central America. This fascinating discovery has yielded incredible artifacts and ancient structures, shedding light on the rich history and culture of the ancient Mayan civilization. Now let's deep dive into this AI podcast.
Okay, let's unpack this discovery. We've got some really fascinating sources here.
Yeah, about a brand new archaeological find. It seems to be genuinely shaking up our understanding.
Definitely shaking things up. Our understanding of, one of the world's great ancient civilizations.
The Maya.
Exactly. So this deep dive, it's all about Los Abuelos, the grandparents.
A massive lost Mayan city just unearthed really deep in the jungle in Guatemala.
Right. And our mission here is to kind of pull out the most important nuggets from these reports.
Understand why this ancient metropolis, potentially nearly 3,000 years old, why it's such a profound find.
Yeah, get ready for, giant pyramids, intriguing ancient rituals, and some surprising engineering reveals, too.
What's particularly fascinating here, I think, is the date. Los Abuelos. It's in Guatemala's dense P10 region, and it appears to date back primarily to between, say, 800 and 500 BC.
That is really early.
It is. Before discoveries like this, evidence for complex urban planning, monumental architecture in that specific period, it was relatively limited.
Right, so finding a city of this scale from that time.
Exactly. It challenges some previous timelines about when this level of societal complexity truly emerged.
And scale is definitely the right word. The sources mention 6 square miles.
6 square miles, yeah. That's not just a small settlement.
No way. It's evidence of a major population center operating with sophisticated organization incredibly early on.
It really is. And the physical structures tell us so much. They found structures like significant pyramids, sacred sanctuaries, and clear evidence of very deliberate urban planning even back then.
And the name itself, Los Abuelos, the grandparents, that comes from some specific finds, right? 2 stone figures.
That's correct. Archaeologists believe these represent an ancestral couple.
Okay.
And their presence, along with later relics dated between 500 and 300 BC, it strongly suggests that ancestor worship and complex ritual practices were absolutely central.
Central to life there, to their identity.
Right from its earliest phases. This isn't just about belief. Finding evidence like this suggests, a strong lineage system, perhaps a social structure where connection to the past was fundamental to, present-day power or community identity.
So if the ritual side points to their beliefs, the architecture, that tells us about their incredible capabilities, there's mention of one standout pyramid.
Yes, a pyramid reaching 108 feet high. I mean, think about the sheer coordination of labor, the resources needed.
To build something that imposing nearly 3,000 years ago. Wow.
108 feet tall. That would have been visible for miles, even through the forest canopy back then.
You'd think so.
Exactly. And at its summit, they found 2 remarkably well-preserved rooms.
Well-preserved?
With murals still depicting symbolic scenes, likely religious or ceremonial narratives that, offer these tantalizing clues to their worldview.
Amazing.
But perhaps even more surprising, there's a palace complex found nearby.
Okay.
With unique internal water canals.
Wait. Internal water canals? In a palace from, 800 BC? That's mind-blowing.
It is pretty remarkable.
How confident are researchers they were functional canals, not just drainage or something?
Oh, very confident from the reports. This wasn't accidental drainage. The design really suggests they understood hydraulics.
Wow.
They were directing water within the structure. That level of engineering sophistication, it points not just to technical knowledge, but also, a ruling elite.
Right. Capable of commanding the specialized skills, the big labor force needed to build systems like that.
Precisely.
That's incredible. And it took a specific team to even find all of this, didn't it? This discovery was a collaborative effort.
It was a team involving Guatemalan, Slovak, and other international experts.
Okay.
They located the city in a relatively unexplored area within Waxectum Park.
Which was already known, archaeologically speaking.
Yes, already known as an important zone. But Los Abuelos just massively expands the known significance and the age of activity in that whole region.
And it wasn't just one big central site, but 3 interconnected ones. They're calling it a previously unidentified urban triangle.
Yes, and connecting this to the bigger picture, this urban triangle formation is really interesting. Previously, we might have assumed early urban centers were dominated by, a single power hub.
Right, one main center.
This suggests something more complex, potentially multipolar, or even a sort of decentralized organization of ceremonial and sociopolitical power across these interconnected sites.
Even at this really foundational stage of Mayan society.
Exactly. It truly offers fresh insights into how their early settlements might have functioned as perhaps more of a network.
Okay, so let's try and pull this together. What does all of this mean?
Well, this discovery in Guatemala's Petén region, pushing significant urban development back to 800, 500 BC. It really gives us an extraordinary window.
A window into the very beginnings of complex Mayan society.
We've seen the impressive size of that huge 6 square miles and the incredible features.
That 108-foot pyramid, yeah, with the preserved rooms, the murals.
And that palace with the astonishing internal water canals.
Can't get over that.
Yeah.
And those grandparent stone figures.
Absolutely. Those, along with the later relics, paint a really vivid picture of how deeply ancestor worship and ritual were woven into the city's identity.
And that interconnected urban triangle forces us to rethink early Mayan power structures.
Yeah.
Maybe their urban layouts, too.
It's clear Los Abuelos isn't just another archaeological site found near Waxahachton Park by this dedicated collaborative team. It genuinely has the potential to rewrite significant parts of early Mayan history.
Revealing a level of complexity we perhaps didn't fully appreciate for that specific time period.
Exactly. And well, this raises a pretty important question, doesn't it?
Which is?
How much more of ancient history, particularly for civilizations like the Maya, is still hidden, still buried beneath the surface, just waiting to completely challenge what we think we know?
Why is the discovery of an urban triangle of 3 interconnected sites considered significant by archaeologists? Don't forget to comment it. Thanks.